Well, 6 runs there for Browner. Sorry if you've had a bit of a temporary intermission in the live stream. So we've given that ball up as lost because it's gone into the hedge, where we really never find balls. Right, we've had a few technical problems here at Hobbs Lane, so we've missed a few overs, and apologise for that, but our producer Josh Hall is on the case. So in essence what you've missed is since the dismissal of Sam Mitchell, caught at long off by Simon Pratt off the bowling of Tom Harvey, there's been a slow accumulation of singles until Mark Brown just hit that 6 in the early part of this over, and a good spell of bowling from Lewis Campbell, who bowled his 8 overs straight through. 8 overs, none for 24. The run rate for Barrow Gurney is hovering just under 6 and over. Well, it's important that these two put together a partnership. Another single there to Brown. So a change of bowling at the Butcombe Village end. This is Alex Lee, who played so well with the bat at the end of the Old Bees innings. So hopefully after our technical gremlins, we're now back live for the remainder of this game. Still a lot of work to do for Barrow, and Mark Brown needs to get his head down. A few players missing from both sides due to injuries, availability, COVID. It's that stage of the season, a few niggles and a few injuries. Really missing Ed Holdaway. And there's the request required rate just edges above 6 now. It's important that these two bed in, but keep the... Oh, caught behind. He nicked that. Oh, Mark Brown disappointed there. Bat under his arm. Just nicked it to the keeper. Ben Harris, the keeper there, took that catch. So 68 for 2. And as I was saying, still much work to do. Josh Yelland, the new batsman, formerly of Cornwall, now living in the Bristol area, enjoying his cricket here at Barrow Gurney. And having a pretty decent season. But missed a week's cricket last week, so hopefully that form that he had prior to that has been maintained. Oh, he's gone up for a catch down the leg side. Mark Fisher's unmoved. Keeper seemed quite confident. The bowler seemed to join in a little bit afterwards. And there was a little bit of disturbance amongst the field, but not a massive shout. May have flicked the pad. It's a wide. $69 for 2 off 18. Another single to Fisher. Just clip that full toss away into the deep field.
Let's get it on the other side. Go on, buddy. Yeah, mate. Lovely. Nice there. Really good, Steve. He's got it up here. Same again.
Well, that might have found the gap. It has. So found the gap between deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Both of them were running towards it. 4 runs to Yelland. Gets him off the mark. So Mark Brown's innings, 14 runs off 25 balls. With just the 6 into the hedge, losing the new ball. Was his main contribution this innings. Okay, well that ball from Yelland was just clipped away along the ground towards the mid-wicket boundary. It somehow found its way over the boundary board and through the netting. It must have found a hole, and maybe it's gone under somebody's car. There are 2 fielders stabbing their feet at the undergrowth in front of somebody's car. And they're coming back now, so hopefully they've located the ball, which is, in any event, it's a spare. It's not the original ball. Yep, well, they found it. I mean, that's not really expected to go through the netting there. But it did. And anyway, the ball's back now, and the field more or less back in position. And Yelland ready to take strike to Tom Harvey again. Oh, that's gone up in the air. Is somebody going to get under that? They are. Oh, but they've dropped it. It's been put down. The fielder at deep mid-wicket came running round. He had a lot of ground to make, to be fair, but got there. Seemed to have set himself for the catch, which was at that point covering over his right shoulder, and well, it was awkward looking, and he put it down. That ended up as one run then to Josh Yelland. $75 for 2. 19 gone. So as we head towards drinks, it's time to say thank you once again to our sponsors: CI Connect, MJ Patch & Co, Capio, Lenovo, Lawton Brothers Scaffolding, and of course Butcombe, who sponsored the Butcombe Village End, from which the bowling now comes, and Lily Cider, who will be sponsoring the player of the match at the end of this game. In fact, the player of both matches, the second team match as well. So an early contender for Barrow's player of the match, and the Lily Cider must be Frank Forge after his 6 wickets, but it could be either of these two if they could see Barrow home with a bat. And that's a lovely shot from Josh Yelland through extra cover for 4. Played that very nicely. It's fair to say that Josh Yelland was telling me earlier that he's not feeling 100% fit, a bit under the weather. But he middled that one beautifully. That made a lovely sound off his bat. He just flicked that through mid-wicket. That was a super shot. So back-to-back boundaries, and that's helped with get the run rate back down to 6. Ooh, could be close. Good work by the keeper, but just a quick bye. Steered away for another single. So that's the end of the over. That should be drinks. It's 85 for 2 off 20. We've got Guy Fisher, who's on 32 off 48. Josh Yelland is just getting underway. Already looking in decent touch. 13 off 12. Barrow Gurney require another 119 to win off their 20 overs. A run rate of pretty much on 6 for the second half of this game. The players are going to take a drink, and we're going to do likewise. So we'll be back with you in a moment. You're watching Barrow Gurney Television from Hobbs Lane. So drinks have been taken, and we enter the final quarter of this game. Tom Harvey continuing from the Rod's viewpoint end, bowling to Guy Fisher. So Barrow Gurney need another 119 to win off 19.5 overs now. A run rate of pretty much bang on 6.
Good, mate. That's really good, that. Stop. Doesn't know how much you turn it.
We've only seen the 3 bowlers so far from Old Bees. Debbie corrects me as always. 4 bowlers so far we have seen. The opening prayer, and of course Alex Lee had just come on at the Buckham Village end. Oh, that's a nice sweep shot. That ought to go for 4, and has. The man on the fence there is a very square leg. Well, that was hit down towards the garden gate where we saw our neighbour peeking over to watch the action earlier in the afternoon. A lovely 4 runs for Guy Fisher. That's the over then, so 89 for 2 off 21. So nice shot there by Guy Fisher, but we still didn't get the runs required. And that rate nudges up to 6.1. Glorious evening here at Hobbs Lane. What few clouds there were above us have long since disappeared over towards Long Ashton. Probably the luckiest player on the ground at the moment is the deep backwards square, who's stood in a nice piece of shade cast by one of the big trees on the boundary there. But other than that, it's everyone else is stood in glorious sunshine with the benefit of this fairly brisk but warm breeze. Lee again then to Yelland. Oh, he's got all of that. Yes, that's cleared everything into the field. Beautiful shot by Yelland. Well, this is the much needed injection of some quicker runs that Barrow needed. 95 for 2 now. As a search party is dispatched into the field, go and look for that one. And Josh Yelland sort of rehearses a defensive shot. It certainly wasn't that shot that you hit in the. It was a much more of a shot in anger than that. Well, the ball has been successfully retrieved. The search party did its job, and it's now back in Alex Lee's hand, and he's adjusting the field. bringing the man who was at deep mid-wicket slightly straighter. It's only going to be a single down to backward point on the boundary there. Oh, that's a nice shot from Guy Fisher. Flicked away for a single. Other games going on, of course, in Division 4. Not a huge amount of change since I last updated you, but Winterbourne have collapsed to 44 for 5, chasing 356 that Bedminster made. So it looks like that's going to be a getting home early game. Doesn't look like that's going to go the distance. Long Ashton haven't started their reply against Uni Staff, or at least according to the live score they haven't. And Chilcompton are already 8 for 1, chasing Bristol Shranken's 188 all out. And Bristol Lions ended up on 187 for 9. And Blagden not started their reply. Out at that picturesque but somewhat difficult to play at ground at Dunkerton. End of the over, 97 for 2. Certainly helped bring the run rate back under 6. So top. Apologies for the coffee. With a bit of luck, our scorer might actually survive the rest of the game. But it could be touch and go, I think. Nicely flicked away from Guy Fisher, another single. So 2 more overs for Tom Harvey to bowl. He's bowled quite nicely. One for 33 so far, tidily. Oh, now Josh Sheldon didn't get all of that. He could be... No, that's fallen safely in the gap. It was very fortunate. That made a horrible sound off the bat. He did not time it at all. But luckily he bisected deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. And it comfortably bounced between them. Just a single. Showing all that excitement, the Barrow Gurney's 100 has come up, 100 for 2. It's come up in the 23rd over. That's another nice shot. Well placed field though, only a single. That's another nice shot from Yelland for a single. So 102 for 2 off 23. So at this stage, Old Bees were 118 for 2, so not a huge amount in it. But it was at this point of their innings that Old Bees suffered a reverse of losing 2 or 3 quick wickets, and that dried up the scoring rate a bit for a while. Lees then to continue, coming in from the Buckham Village end. Oh, that was well hit and well, if painfully, stopped with a big boot. was well run. A bit of a collision between the keeper and the incoming fielder from square leg. Ended up having a little cuddle. That was very nice. Very friendly. But it didn't stop Yellen getting a single. Well, that was a little bit uppish. That's that flicky shot that sometimes gets Fisher into trouble. It gets him a lot of runs, to be fair, but it does sometimes get him into trouble. Just a single there. It wasn't a million miles from the grasp of mid-wicket. Just another single that hit cover point quite hard. Hit him on the knee, I think. He's getting up gingerly, but he's okay. Run away for a single. That's a super shot from Guy Fisher. Found the gap beautifully, hit it cleanly, and that fizzled away for 4. Moving him on to 44 off 60 balls, and Josh Yellen's 24 off 24, so easy to work out what his strike rate is. 109 for 2 at the end of that, the 24th over. Slight delay while they were retrieving that ball. Not quite sure how it could have got hidden. I thought it hit the picket fence, but anyway, it has been retrieved. And this is Harvey's last over then. Bowling to Yelland. Oh, full toss, he's hit that. Well, good piece of fielding at deep extra cover again. I say the fielding was at deep extra cover, but the fielder was actually at deep cover, so he had a run about 25 yards, and he did well to stop that before it crashed into the fence. So he got 2 from that. Bit of excitement, but it just beat the bat, beat everything, beat the bat, beat the stumps. Didn't beat the keeper, to be fair. Oh, he's picked out the fielder. That's Alex Lees there, I think. At short extra, and it hit it straight to him. A yard either side of him would have been fine, and that's an important wicket at an important time, because Yellen was beginning to get going. He's been caught by Lee, bowled Harvey for 26 off 28 with 3 4s and that lovely 6 that he hit a couple of overs ago. Oh dear. So still 111 for 3, but we're into the middle order now, and plenty of overs to go, so only 6 and over required. So more coughing preludes the the arrival of Jordan Allen, the wicket-keeper, who's come up from the twos today, replacing Ben Hodges, who's injured and out of action for a couple of weeks, I think. So Jordan had a really good performance, I thought, with the gloves. I thought he kept really tidily. There was only one lot of 4-bys, I think. Took a good catch, good one-handed catch to start with, a good catch of Frank Forge as well. Good. All in all, I thought good performance with the gloves. Now, batting-wise, Jordan hasn't actually had an awful lot to do in the twos because the top order won a couple of games before he's really got in, had a chance to get in. That would be advisable if he had a look at it first before playing too extravagant shots. But he's a talented batsman, Jordan. Last year made 100 in the twos and certainly capable of batting at this level. Well, that's a nice looking shot to get off the mark, a proper looking shot for a single. So 112 for 3 off 25, and that's the end of Captain Tom Harvey, who's 8 overs, 2 for 40, and bowled very well, very steadily, very capably, and a couple of key wickets. Right, there's a bowling change at the far end. I think this is Simon Pratt. It is indeed Simon Pratt, we have that confirmed. He's going to bowl, if I remember rightly, because I was umpiring their midweek cup game 10 days or so ago, and I remember him bowling in that. He's going to roll some right arm over the wicket. Medium pace or so, medium brisk. And Jordan Allen. How wrong could I be? He's bowling left arm round. It shows how much I remember. He's bowling left arm round, bowling a bit of slow left arm, but with that big high body action. That's nicely onto a good length there. Nice shot from Jordan Allen, but it's only going to be a single. Just need to keep patient here, Barrow. Take the singles that are on offer and wait for the occasional bad ball and put that away. The run rate is beginning to creep. It's 6.4 now. There's back under the 6 when Yelland was at the crease. With a nice shot, but it's only going to be a single. So only 2 off that over. So an enforced bowling change then at the Rod's viewpoint end. We've got Tom Harvey coming off, of course, having bowled his 8 overs. He's had 8. Yeah, he's bowled 8.
He's had his 8. Excuse me. He's had his 8. His 8. Yeah.
Right, a little bit of a kerfuffle there as Tom Harvey was obviously enjoying bowling so much he was trying to bowl more than his allotted 8. But having sorted that out, Alex Lee has swapped ends. Having bowled 5 overs previously. I have to say he didn't sound all that enthusiastic about being called back into action. Made the point that, hang on, I've just bowled a spell of 5 overs, but back in action he is. And he's going to bowl from the rod's viewpoint end to Guy Fisher. And let's see what he's got left in the tank. Well, that's a lovely shot. Lovely shot, but very well fielded by Long On, who had to run about 10-12 yards and throw himself to stop that, but he did stop it, so it's only a single. That's a nice shot from Jordan Allen. That's not going to be stopped by the Long On fielder. Who gave it his best running round, but it was that bit wider of him. 4 runs. Well done, well fielded there. Probably stopped 4 there, but just a single to Allen. Oh, well played, Guy Fisher. Realised that there was a single there that the bowler wasn't going to get across. Oh, that's a lovely shot. 4 more. 4 more. Well, somebody hasn't batted that much this season. Jordan's striking the ball quite nicely at the moment. He just needs to play the ball on its merits. 125. So there's another point ticked up for the Barrow Gurney team. For 3 off 27, and that run rate's back down to 6.1. The result of that 2 nice 4s in that over from Jordan Allen. So Guy Fisher, well, he's hovering around his 50, 47 at the moment of 65. Usually at moments like this I get the camera out and that usually finishes the innings pretty quickly. I think I did the dirty on Fergus Skinner last week when he hit the 40s. A lovely picture of his stumps being knocked over. Well played. That might go. It has. That's gone. That's 50 for Fisher. That's 50 for Guy Fisher. Very well made. That's coming for 66 balls, 88 minutes with 6 boundaries, 6 boundary 4s. Well played, Guy. That was a dot ball. As beat the bat. Goodness me, that absolutely flew off a length. That had turn and bounce and, well, Fisher didn't know what to do with it. The wicketkeeper, Ben Harris, didn't know what to do with it. It flew over his shoulder and full byes. Haven't really seen anything misbehave quite like that all game. Just got the bat down on that in time. That's, I think, the only over. Yes, 133 for 3 now off 28. Lee then to continue.
Good Lily, that.
Oh, that's a bit aerial. Oh, beat the fielder, only just the diving cover point fielder. Oh, there was a man backing up. I couldn't see him because he was hidden behind Guy Fisher and the umpire Mark Brown there. But good backing up, just a single, but it was a dangerous shot. He's driving well, isn't he, Jordan Allen? He's certainly hitting that well.
Go, boy!
Oh, that's a lovely shot, but it's only going to be one. Good stop again there by Simon Pratt there at long off. He's had to cover some ground today. He's fielding up here, bowling at the other end.
Oh, Lily. Really good, mate. Good work, Lily.
Well, it was a confident stumping appeal. Couldn't see, of course, from here, but it didn't look like he'd lifted his back foot. He looked like he was sort of laying back to cut, but and that was a wide after all that. Nearly missed that call, but
Yes, mate. Lovely.
good hands there by the keeper. Right, that is the end of the over. 138 for 3, 29 gone. 66 needed now. Bang on 6 and over again. So it's hovered around 6 and over for quite some time. As long as these two stick together, then Barrow Gurney's nerves will be fairly calm. Nice shot, just the one. I mean, a run a ball would do it. So there's no need for massive extravagance. Clearly, if the ball's there, it should be dispatched. But there's no need to try anything too funky. That's one. They're coming back for 2. You'll need to travel. Good throw, but Fisher was back home. So that's 2 to Jordan Allen. Is it just the one there? Oh, it's a nice sounding shot, but it's taking advantage of the fact that the field is quite deep set. There are singles pretty much everywhere. Certainly on the leg side. On the off side, you've got to miss extra cover, and a backward point. That's going to be a wide, very wide. That was in the air. A cry of anguish from the bowler, I think, more than anything else. But still a single because nowhere near the fielder. I think that was a cry of frustration, really, from the Simon Pratt there. I've seen several deliveries chipped with agonising reach of the fielder. It was probably not as near as some of the others, but it was a bit uppish. Oh, well played, John. He waited for that. Didn't play too early. He waited for it and nudged it down to deep mid wicket for another single. It's again a bit uppish, but there's nobody in there short. Single, deep extra cover. Oh, that's gone way up in the air, but it's going to land safe. So we had short extra, the bowler, and long on, all running, triangulating as to where that ball was going to land, and it landed right between them. So, now brother Mark has come out to bring Guy a new bat. I wonder if that's Mark's bat that he's taken out there. So that didn't sound very good, bro. Have mine. I know Guy's a serious batsman, but I find it hard to believe he carries more than one bat. we'll see how this new bat works then. Or what it is, guys or Mark's. Or somebody else's for that matter. But, 57 now, Fisher. Oh, well, that's gone through. That's got the hill. That's going to go for four buys. Good signalling from Sam Mitchell. Very clear there, wasn't it? $150 up for Barrow in the 32nd over. And that's another batting point in the can. So another 51 needed. 8.5 overs to go. 6 and over still. It's hovering around that. Nice shot again. It's only going to be one. Deep cover fielder comes round. Nice shot from Jordan. They're going to push it for 2. No, the fielder didn't gather it cleanly, put under pressure. It's 2 to Jordan Allen. End of the over. 156 for 3. This will be the last over from Alex Lees then. 7 overs, 1 for 45 so far. Oh, did he get a hand to that? I think Square Leg got a hand to that, and that was potentially catchable, but all he ended up doing was flipping it over the bar, and it went for 4 anyway. Yes, he did get a hand to it. He's looking at his fingers there. I think he just got a finger to it. But so Guy Fisher a little fortunate there, but he hit it with good timing and power. That has gone straight up in the air, but yet again I think it's going to fall safe, and it has. It has. My word. He does have some fortune at times, Guy Fisher, but I mean, that's the second time. This time there were only 2 fielders converging on it. There was long off and short extra, who seems to be permanently in the action, and it fell precisely between them, and they were both within about 2 yards of it in the end. Still, ride your luck. Oh, a message from Nick Fisher. Hello, Nick. How are you this afternoon? Whatever you watch, the lads seem to do rather well, don't they? And Nick has solved that conundrum. He confirms it is indeed Mark's bat. So he recognises which bat each of them have got. So, well, thanks for that. Mark's been a little bit light on runs this year, so the guy can get his boat into form for the rest of the season. Mind you, if he goes on and makes 100, he might want to keep it. Mark might never see it again. I'll have to buy him a new one for Christmas, Nick. Always good to hear from you. Nice to know that at least somebody is listening. So we know Nick's listening. We know Paul was listening earlier. Oh, well, he had another bit of fortune there, Nick. I can tell you that. That would have been a very good catch by. It's gone for 4. Yes, it would have been a good catch by short third man. He dived forward, and I thought he was just going to get his hands under it, but it yorked him and ran away for 4 down the hill. And he's now looking up at the heavens, saying, "It's not my day." Single to Guy Fisher, who's now 68. He's probably going to run out of time before he can get to 100. Well, that's in the air as well. And, oh my goodness! Well, that was to be fair a very, very difficult chance. The fielder running back from point really, and it spiraled over his head and looped over his head, and he tried to take it running back towards the boundary. I think he got some fingers on it, but he couldn't really control it, and 2 runs to Jordan Allen. So they're living dangerously, the Barrow batsmen. Actually, to be fair, they really don't need to be doing at this stage, because they were comfortably scoring at 6 and over. It's now 5 and over the run rate required, or 5.7. So anyway, 168 for 3. Right, we've been joined in the commentary box by my producer Josh Hall and another collie dog. Juno's here. Pleased to see me as always. I'm going to have to get a bigger commentary box. We're going to have to build a bigger commentary box. We've got all these dogs, 2 dogs, 3 people. So confused messages coming from Nailsy as to what the state of play is there, but our best guess seems to be that the Oldfield Park team made something in the region of 160, and that the last we heard, Barrow were 44 for no wicket, but that's unconfirmed reports, so we'll have to wait and see on that. More messages from Nick Fisher, which I'll bring you after this. Well, Nick, you're scoffing at my suggestion that you should buy Mark a new bat, saying he's old enough to get his own. Well, I thought it would be a nice touch to buy him a bat, wouldn't you? I think Bernie's still using the last bat I bought her. I still don't remember her having bought one for herself. So, and Frank, I mean, he's using Riley's old bat. Oh my goodness, that's gone up into the air, and that's caught in the ring. That's caught in the ring. That was a comfortable catch to cover. I'm afraid Jordan didn't inherit the fortune that Guy's had at the other end. He managed to pick out the fielder almost perfectly there, and a straightforward catch. So that's Jordan gone for 24 off 29 balls, I guess, in the end, including the wicket ball. Yes, indeed. 2 fours in that. So that's 169 for 4. Yeah, so There we are. So Nick's not going to be buying Mark a replacement bat, and Guy might well not give it him back after the end of this innings. So we might have to have a whip round, I suppose. Mind you, with all the Lily's man of the matches he's winning, he could probably sell some of those pints and raise funds for it. Hope the dog is behaving himself, says Nick. Well, which dog do you mean? Number 2 dog who's just joined us has decided he wants to be on commentary and is whining a bit, aren't you, boy? But well, the regular commentary box dog is absolutely flakers on his body. So, yeah, but all things are pretty quiet, apart from Debbie's coughing. So Toby Connock now strode to the crease. Didn't get a bowl today. Has bowled some impressive spells when he's bowled. Also struggled a little bit for accuracy. So didn't get a go today. But he's here. Oh gosh, yeah, batting at 6. Could this be the match-winning position? Yes, Nick reminding me that his grand pup is up here. The new border collie pup, Ace. Yes, I've already had a cuddle with little Ace. Gorgeous little puppy. Absolute spitting image of my Eli when he was the same age. So when he grows up a bit, they'll be like looking at each other in the mirror. They're absolutely identical. So hope he's as good-natured as Eli is, and maybe we'll have to get him trained to do some commentary work, maybe with Letitia when she's up here. Right, that's the end of the over. Enough about doggy matters. 171 for 4. There's a game of cricket to be won here. Well, the comparison score at this stage, my scorer Debbie is pointing out to me, was 171 for 8. Yes, 171 for 8 were old bees at this stage. If you remember, that was in the middle of that good 9th wicket partnership at the end of the innings. So 7 overs. Sorry, 5 overs to go. And 33 to win. So this ain't over. This game ain't over. That's not be fair to say. We've got one new batsman in. It's always difficult to get going straight away. Simon Pratt's continuing from the Buckham Village end. Nice shot. Only going to be a single. Ooh. Well juggled by the fielder at long off. Well, I think we can say that Guy Fisher's unlikely to get his 100. He's going to have to score every single run if he's going to get there. Well, there's 4 of them. Again, an aerial route, seemingly all within reach of the backward point. But yet again, it falls tantalisingly over him. He seems to have got this ball on a string, as Guy. He's the last sort of 10 minutes or so, the ball's constantly just missed the fielder. That's it. Keep it along the floor. It will look a much better, much safer, much better for the blood pressure when you play like that. So Fisher now on to 74. Dogs are now having something to eat in the commentary box. Quieten them down a little bit. So, 36 overs gone, 178 for 4. 26 to win. Well, Ali Hood clearly isn't watching the live stream because he's just sent out a WhatsApp saying what's the scores. So he'll probably be on the golf course knowing Ali. From Ali to Ollie. Ollie Harris continuing here at the Rod's viewpoint end. Bowled quite tidily. He's in his 7th over now, 1 for 22. Good economy rate. Not been easy to get away. Oh my goodness me, that's gone through him. It's going to be a bye, I think. Oh no, did he nick that? Well, there's no signal, so he must have nicked that. So yet another sort of half, a third quarter chance, something like that. Oh, that's a nice shot. Don't want to bowl there. But the fielder's got round to cover it. He's juggled it. They're thinking of 2. But no, changed their mind. Discretion, the better part of valour there. Oh, having a shy at the bowler's end. Connacht was quite a long way down, but he's okay. Well, inside edge this time for the variation. Since he's got to 50, it's all got a bit scrappy, hasn't it? But he's still there. That's the most important thing. And he's on 76, which we can't take off him. So well played. Keep going, lad. Keep going. Right. So we didn't make much of a dent in the target in that over. There's only 3 off it, I think. So 23 needed, and we're now talking about counting in balls of 23 off 18 balls. So suddenly this equation has become a little harder. Right, so the slow left arm of Simon Pratt continues, and it seems harder to get the ball away. The dogs are getting very restless. They're getting worried. That's a good blow. But somebody's under it. Oh, he's put it down. He's put it down at deep mid-wicket. There was attempted a run out. That didn't work either. 2 runs. Well, the guy's got a lucky rabbit's foot or something in his pocket, but it seems to be working. It's just going to be a single here. 20 required. Off 15. Pratt trying to rush through this over and trying to hurry the batsman. But that's a super blow by Toby Connacht. But is he going to be caught? No. 1 bounce, 4, I think. Yes. That was just before the boundary cuts in by the net, and it's gone in the hedge. So we could have a minute or 2 looking for this. So the fielder's in the hedge. Well, at least his top half is. That was a lovely blow actually from Toby Connacht. He hit that very nicely. For a moment, I thought it was going to be 6 on that short part of the boundary where it cuts in towards the net, but it was 4. It was 1 bounce into the hedgerow. I think we're going to have a look for a spare. So I think that ball's a goner. The fielders have certainly abandoned it and left it to some of the Barrow batsmen who've either batted or are hoping not to have to bat. Just a single to Connacht this time. So 15 needed, 13 balls. Right, that's the over bowled. Still 15 needed. So 15 off 12. Right, so the final over from this end, the Rod's viewpoint end, as well the commentary box is Ollie Harris, who's bowled very nicely. Bowling to Toby Connacht, who's hit that many a mile. That's going for 6. My word, that's a good shot under pressure. A lovely shot. Didn't try and hit it too hard, but it went hard enough. Oh, that's eased the pressure a little. Okay, so I think that ball's also not going to be found for some while. I hope somebody's going to look for these at the end of the game. Can't afford to lose all these balls. We lose so many balls here at Barrow Gurney. Mind you, if we lose them in a winning cause, I suppose you don't mind too much. So, Connacht on strike again. Right, well that's sensible play. Sensible, having just hit a 6. Push that in for a single. Take what's on offer. 8 needed now. Off 10. That guy might not have any luck this time. Oh my goodness, he has again. Would you believe it? That's definitely a rabbit's foot he's got in his pocket. That went straight to long on, who had all the time in the world to set himself, and then somehow managed to have misjudged it and ended up trying to catch it on his haunches, and it went through his hands. Well, I've never seen anything like it, really. Normally it's Barrow saying we didn't take our catches. Well, it won't be today, I don't think. So in all, that was 1 closer to the total then, 7 to win. 8 balls to go. And Guy Fisher's reached 80, the first 50 of which were glorious innings, since which it's been, well, let's give the other lot a chance. He's surely going to be stumped there. That was too ambitious perhaps, with only 7 needed to win. But Ben Harris, quick work behind the stumps. So Toby Connacht for 16, an important 16 in the context of the game, particularly that 6 earlier in this over. So cometh the hour, cometh the captain to see the Barrow home, or at least that's what he hopes, and what the Barrow faithful will hope, at least. Made a 50 last week at Chilcompton, and hopefully that's put him in good stead. So just a reminder, it's 197 for 5. Barrow need 204 to win. That's 7 runs. There are 7 balls remaining, one of which is to be bowled by Ollie Harris from this rod's viewpoint end. So Connor Jones then has taken guard and he waits his first ball and immediately flicks it into the leg side, but it'll only be a single. But that's good enough for now. Good enough for now. So 6 needed. 1 over to come. My word, it's all been very exciting this afternoon. It's got quite tense in here. Even the dogs are feeling the excitement. Probably should just take a moment to, at this stage, because we'll be fairly close to signing off, to remind you of the game tomorrow. 1 PM start. Barrow Gurney first 11 against the Bristol and District League representative 11. Should be a good day. Food, ice creams, bar open all day. Everybody welcome. Players, spectators, former players, members of the village here in Barrow Gurney. You're all welcome to join us for that big occasion for our 150th anniversary. Quick single there. That's put pressure on the fielder. 5 needed off 5. Plenty of parking available, so we do hope you'll join us. That game will be live streamed, so you can follow it here on Barrow Gurney TV. You'll be glad to know there will not be live commentary from me because I'll be umpiring the game. Oh, that's a dot ball. 5 off 4. So that's enough of a plug for the 150th events. Let's focus on what's going on here then, because it is getting tense. 5 off 4. Bat on ball, Guy. Bat on ball. Well, to another top edge, another catch, and another drop. Would you Adam and Eve it? I have never seen anything as fortunate as this. That was a top edge. That's gone to the hapless third man fielder. He ran in. It was a comfortable height. He had got his hands comfortably to it, and he equally comfortably dropped it. And that's a single to Guy Fisher. Now Connor Jones is chancing. He's like, that's gone right up, and that's been dropped as well. And oh my goodness, the fielder at extra cover there, he's lying prone on the floor in disbelief that he dropped that. That's Alex Lees there. In fact, to be fair, he's fielded quite well and taken everything that's pretty much come to him, but not that one. 2 needed off 2. Oh, and he's stumped. He stumped. He went up the wicket there to try and push a single, and bizarrely or not, given all these drop catches, this game is not quite over. As I say, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Well, I don't think anybody fancies singing at the moment. I think it's Kieran Owen coming into well, the difficult position of well, this is it. Got to get at least one to tie the game. 1 to tie the game. 2 to win. Kieran Owen on strike. Oh dear. Simon Pratt's the bowler from the Buckham Village end. My heart's pounding. Here he comes. Oh my God, and he's bowled a dot ball. He couldn't get anything on it. It was wide outside the off stump, and old bees have somehow... Oh, he was out. Right, Guy Fisher was run. Guy was run out on the last ball. Not that it mattered. The game was quite clearly over. Well, what a game. What a game. Well, Old Bees left several catches out there. They really had a bit of a shocker in the field. Guy Fisher batted really well for his first 50 and rode his luck for the last few. And really, that's a gutting loss for Barrow Gurney, having been up with a rate for much of the time, or in fact most of the time, hovering around 6. Particularly when Connacht hit that 6, it looked like Barrow would then cruise to victory. But that isn't the case. It's now only 3 wins out of 8 games. They head to Blagdon next week. Blagdon who are struggling, so they'll certainly be wanting something out of that. At least they got 9 points out of the game. Guy looks as if he's either hurt himself. I hope he's not injured, but he certainly looks somewhat distressed there. We hope he's okay. We hope for better news of the second 11. As I say, news has been not really coming through. Better to get carrier pigeon to get some news here than any other method. We don't seem to be hearing much. But no doubt we'll find out in due course what's going on at Nailsea and hope that they win. For now, all it remains for me, Mark Forge, is to wish you farewell and hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope to see you here at our 150th anniversary game tomorrow. I thank you to Josh Hall, my producer, to Debbie Forge, our scorer, and to the 2 teams who've given us a very sporting and a very entertaining contest here at Hobbs Lane. Until the next time I speak to you, all the best and see you soon.